And recounting it, my dad told us boys how you chose how you're going to die. Yeah, my father was a World War II veteran, shot 3 times during the war. But and he was, when he went into the war as a paratrooper, tried to get in early and they wouldn't let him because of his age, but because everybody back then was joining the Army to go fight in World War II. But he, when he got in, he went in as a paratrooper because they paid him $50 more a month, I think it was, not knowing what he was really getting into. But there's just a couple of stories that I'll bring out. The real impactful story was 1944 December. They dropped into Belgium outside a little village called Mount Saint Jacques, and were making their way across this field, and they ran into an ambush. It was a row of machine gunners who all of a sudden just leveled their guns and started mowing them down, about 600 guys. And my father was at the far end of one of the lines. They dug down into the snow. It was very bitter cold, like high of 14 degrees. I don't know how these guys survived. But off to their flank, a German tank pulled out of a barn, lowered its barrel, and started dropping those huge shells down that long row of men. And recounting it, my dad told us boys how you chose how you were going to die. You try to run, and the machine gunners would get you, or you could lay there in the snow and take your chances on the shrapnel that was exploding from those shells and just killing men by the hundreds. And that day he buried his head in the snow. He wasn't a Christian, and he prayed a prayer similar to this. Said, God, I don't know you. I don't profess that I know you, but I make this promise. You'll get me home. I promise you this, the rest of my life will be yours. And somehow, out of all the hundreds of guys that got killed that day, he managed to survive. He did get shot. The guy next to him, he watched die, got shot through the lungs with shrapnel. And he came back home, and I would say the first year he tried to forget, maybe tried to forget that promise, but he couldn't. And so he gave his heart to the Lord, a little church, and at 30, entered into ministry.